I'm so done with, I'm so done with, oh, I'm so done with, I got tons of soul. I got tons of soul. I'm so done with it.
Congrats @mira_sky8. You got the first.
Hi Mira, thank you for getting first. Hope you're okay. Hope you're doing well.
Mira_Sky8 just resubbed for 14 months. Butts. 7,777 octillion 777 septillion 777 sextillion 777 quintillion 777 quadrillion 777 trillion 777 billion 777 million 777,777.
Hi Cyberic. How are you? Hi Mira, thank you for the resub for 14 months on a 14-month streak. Holy bejesus, thank you. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, so I have a new cam for stream because last one was just super annoying. Hopefully it looks okay. So far I've been testing it and playing around with it. Seems to be an adequate replacement, if not better. It does integrate with my Stream Deck well, so I can do things like this, which are kind of fun. So that's kind of nice, I guess. I don't fucking know. I did say that if things went well in the overnight with the new camera, I'll try and make up some time tonight from the shorter stream last night. So here we are. I said hi, Mira. Hi. I also said hi when you got first. You got 2 highs for the price of 1. Also, hi again, Mira. There's number 3 for you, just in case. How are you doing? I couldn't hear you over the butts and 70. Fair enough. Fair enough. So yeah, I got the new camera. It's set up. It seems to be working. I may dial a few things depending on how things go. I really wanted to try and stress test it, and it seems the best way to stress test it is to be on stream. So here we are, and I want to recreate the same situation we had when the last camera was failing so much. And it's gonna be more long drive. So it all sort of makes sense. I have an extra stream night. I'm just sort of making up some lost time from that. Again, I want to apologize for that. It never feels great to shortchange a stream like that. So here we are. More long drive. I am loving this game. I love when I'm making progress and whatnot. Camera framing still. I need to sit upright properly or adjust a little bit here and there. But it's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's actually funny, this camera has such a wide aperture, it still catches the edge of my monitors on the fully zoomed out mode. I do like that it's fixed focus though. I don't have to worry about autofocus jumping in and out, being super annoying, so that's nice. Okay. Okay. Why is my frame rate so low? Huh. Let me do a quick restart of the game. Fix one thing, another thing breaks. Now the frame rate's decent. That's probably why. That's my fault. Okay. We'll turn everything on, but grass and VSync. Okay. Yeah, welcome in. Also did some grocery shopping today, as I promised or intended to do. Only thing I forgot was eggs. So you always forget something, right? But in getting the groceries and loading them from the Instacart driver, I threw my back out a little bit, so I'm a little sore. There we go, much better frame rate. Okay, we are good. Everything good, everything good, everything good, everything seems to be good. It's this way, right? Yeah. So yeah, my like the I think it's the obliques on my left side are just like super sore now. Took a bunch of painkillers, so I'm probably a little out of it. More so than normal. Definitely cotton-mouthed. And did a bit of cleaning, took out the trash. I was up till like 3-4 a.m. last night, playing some Mechabellum with my friend Bob, who you're familiar with. A, to hang out, B, to work out a bit of frustration for the short stream last night, which will never stop bothering me to some degree, but I'll work through it. But I had a lot of fun with Mechabellum. It's a fun game. We were just playing against bots and fucking around, and just like doing stupid things to see what kind of like combinations there were between units. And then earlier today I was playing around with endless mode, or not endless, survival mode. You know, I'm very easy. And it's funny, like the strat of mass phoenixes, once you get the reincarnation, like rebuilding tech, is stupid. It's super overpowered. Once you get that going with enough phoenixes, your opponent struggles to kill them fast enough, because you theoretically, with the right pacing, have infinite health, and you can't. There's no beating that. I'm going the right way, right? $31.74. 31.74. Yeah, I think we're going the right way. And it was just super dumb to see, like, obviously better tech units fighting these phoenixes, but failing because they just weren't killing them fast enough. It was just a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun with it. So that's a lot of what I did in the past 20 hours or so. And I was really good, and I didn't buy any more soda. I didn't buy more Gatorade, which is, you know, filled with sugar, but still, I'm avoiding carbonation. Yeah, okay, we're improving here. So that was good. Got a bunch of frozen food. And what else? More milk, butter, like the staples of things. Bread. Things I was running that motivated the shopping. I got Taco Bell for lunch because I just wanted to destroy my intestines again. But that's no biggie. Let's go check out that gas station if we can. I wonder if there's anything good there. I also want to do a little nappy nap. Why can I not sleep? Gas oil. Magazines. Is there anything else here? No, it's like, oh, this is the ship one, isn't it? Yeah, there's a little bit of oil there, but whatever. I don't know why I can't sleep. Genuinely confusing me there a little bit. Can't sleep. Weird. Anyways, that's a lot of what I did. Mainly a good amount of time was spent just getting the new camera installed and mounted and positioned well with the new FOV and all that. I was also like doing some mental planning of an alert too. I think I want to make, at least structurally. I need to figure out. Some test assets for it, but the rough idea I have is actually working out like things necessary for WebM alerts that are not through Stream Elements that I want to figure out. I know there's like a dozen ways of doing it. I just want to figure out my way of doing it. Oh, one thing I never tested with the new camera, and I can do that now while I'm just doing this. Okay, that still works. Cool. I don't know if it would work, because AR is very weird. And I could have crashed the stream, but so I think we're doing a little bit of a test stream kind of thing. And make more progress on the long drive. And generally try and chill out and relax a bit. Ah, fucking hell. Hmm. That moon is hauling, holy crap. Yeah, I was thinking of playing this for a while. Try and make up for some of the lost time from last night, and then take it from there. Potentially, maybe switching to Mechabellum. Yeah, there's a moon. Hey Debug, how you doing? I turned sky objects back on. I'm trying to stress my GPU a little bit more. To see if I can exacerbate or trigger the same error condition I was having last night with my webcam being decoded through my GPU as well. And I think it's just the webcam, but you know, exhausting other possibilities, right? So far, evidence is pointing to that webcam line. That's the second one of that model I bought. Is just with my machine incompatible for whatever reason, either some driver issue or who knows what. How you doing, Debug? How are things? Yeah, mine were really weird. Basically, the webcam I had mounted up was getting like this buffer corrupted error where like the bottom part of the frame was like getting a solid color like green or red just for a frame, but it make the whole scene look like it flickers, right? And then in efforts to fix it by, you know, unmounting and remounting the camera, disconnecting it, reconnecting it, even restarting OBS on my machine, it got to a point where that camera was throwing off the whole USB controller, where my external hard drive, my my Stream Deck all failed, and took a while to fix all that up. So I overnighted a new camera from Amazon. No. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I'm somewhat certain it's either the camera itself or the driver for the camera, or a combination thereof. That just threw a wrench into everything. Sort of like this car crash I'm experiencing right now. Let's take a look at our situation from daylight perspective. Oh boy, that's a ways to travel, isn't it? I'm gonna just load up a save. Fuck it. Load last. That is a very energetic roller. You're not wrong. So yeah, that all happened. I overnighted a new camera from Amazon. Got that today. Put on the same mounts. Reline it. I'll take my pills much later. Thank you. What was I saying? Mounted the new camera, got it all set up in OBS and whatnot. Dialed in some of the ISO, the stepping, the frame time. It's an Elgato Facecam Pro thing. I know Elgato has let's say a mixed reputation. it's pretty good for what you're paying for, to be honest. Like, at least initial impressions, it does what it does. It says it's on the tin. It doesn't throw the same errors as the Logitech one did. My only complaints to it so far is maybe better aperture settings and zoom settings. That'll make it more mechanical. So I kind of understand why they do it, because now the zoom is all digital. So you lose resolution by doing that. But okay, fine. Like, that's not that big of a deal. It's fixed focus, so it doesn't look as crisp as it could, but it's fine. Like, it's nothing wrong with it. Just could be better, but I wanted to see like a different brand and model, if that would trigger the same condition or not, stuff like that. I do have another Logitech one coming tomorrow, but it's a different model. Same manufacturer, but different model. And I want to see how that one behaves too, just out of curiosity's sake. I also did like update some motherboard drivers. And another thing had an update too, I can't remember. But all like general housekeeping things, trying to eliminate possibilities that may have thrown it off. Yeah, just trial and error, just exploring, you know, root cause analysis kind of thing, which is time consuming, but need to be done. And that's why I came to the conclusion that it's either the camera or the firmware of that last camera. Just on my machine just doesn't work well for whatever reason. So far this one's hanging in well. I still have the box. I can actually show you guys once I stop. Here we go. So this is the box. So far, it's not bad. Like for 120 bucks, 130 bucks, it's a decent camera so far. I'm not disappointed by any means. I know like the gold standard would be to go with like a dedicated mirrorless or DSLR and run that through a capture card or a cam link, and that would be better. It would, but it also costs like a few $100s more. I don't care enough to pay for it yet. I may yet do that in the future, but this was like quick turnaround kind of thing. And my only complaint at this point is that not the camera itself, but the mount on I have on it wanders a little bit. Yeah, it is a bit chunky, but it's hanging out between two of my monitors. So I have to get it like in a decent position and trying to keep an eye on it, so the monitors themselves don't clip into view. Which I can actually, while this is going, do a little this. So you see it a little bit there now, and now you really see it. Those are my two monitors. But if I zoom in a little bit, it's not too bad. And fix it a little bit that way. But it's not really discernible in this view, but I'm off center. So I just have to keep tweaking with things like that. Generally, it's pretty good. I'm not... Like, my key lights are also Elgato because they're cheap. They're on sale. Like the mounting config here as a pipe so it doesn't work for you. Fair enough. Mine is on like this two jointed arm that's C-clamped to my desk. So it's a bit of a mess back there, I'm not gonna lie. So I have three monitors, one are on one mount, this one over here is on its own mount. The two key lights are on their own C-clamps, my mic is on its own C-clamp, I literally have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things C-clamped to the back of my desk. And some are overlapping with each other. And it's a bit of a mess. But like, I was gonna say that the Elgato key light, the key lights are Elgato as well. They're the full key lights, not the air ones. And they work well, but the build quality of the C-clamp itself, on one of them, the screwing handle broke. And I was able to like just hold it into the bolt and actually get it clean, and get it mounted. But like that doesn't speak well of like Elgato's build quality of some of its products. So I was a little bit nervous, but could be a one-off. It could be a happenstance, but yeah. So yeah, this is like a micro build setup. Like my desk isn't that big. It's like 3, maybe 4 feet wide and maybe like 2 feet deep. Like it's not a huge desk, and I'm fitting a lot on it. Like my monitors are literally overflowing off of it, and I have a bunch of crap I need to clean up anyways too. That's on me. But so yeah, this is the kind of things that I've had to get dialed in somewhat okay. I have cactus in my pants. Yeah, I get that. That's why I have like the shelving behind me is projects and little mini things I've played around with. Any other cactus? No, we are good. But yeah, so that's sort of like an immediate recollection. That'd be cool, yeah. I have paperwork to clean up. I have just various junk of things I've like instruction manuals from things I don't need anymore or stuff like that I need to clean out. I also hang on to old like debit and credit cards until they're fully expired, and even still I wait a little bit longer than that just in case, like, to avoid like people who may dig them out of the trash and do identity fraud. I already have like 3 people trying to latch onto my social security number. I don't want any more. Yeah, and I am notorious for squirreling those around. I have like, well, I have my previous 2 cell phones, one there, one on the shelving behind me. Because once in a while I'll break one out, get it to boot up, get it patched, and I'll try and load up like some old like or weird APK like Android application. And so it's an old phone. If it breaks horribly and it's not tied to any identifying information, I don't care. I set up like a temporary Google account or whatever, and I can test things on that without any serious risk. Because like, oh, if it breaks the phone, oh well, it does 0 harm at that point. The only reason why I don't use like this phone is because the battery's bulging. And it's old. But so like I have that floating around. I have, this because my skin gets dry all the time. I have some Bean Boozle refill, even though Sari right now has the beans, because part of the thing about the streamathon was having Mirror have some beans. Stuff like that. Yeah. Spicy pillow. God damn it. That's a good one. I don't steal that. That's good. Spicy pillow. I have microfiber cloths for cleaning my monitors and my phones and whatnot. I have a tin to something. I don't even know what that's from. I have pens out the galore. I have an X-Acto knife. I don't remember what that's for either. I always get like random things for one like need at a time, and then they just stay around. Yeah, cleaning is supposed to. I did clean off the dining room table. That was cluttered as fuck the other day. Hey Dura, how's it going? Our spicy pillow was created because it didn't exist. That's how most suburbs come to existence, yeah. Okay. How you liking Elden Ring, by the way, Dura? I peeked in a little bit on your stream. I wasn't able to watch much. But how are you liking it? Almost finished? Nice. I have no idea, like, the general length of that game. FromSoft games are always kind of like that, where they're sort of like, directionality is kind of weird. That's good. As long as you're having fun, like, that's the main motivation, right? Having fun, hanging out. I am doing goof and good, yes. Bit of a back pain right now because I don't. So maybe I'm not the only one on this, but with chronic pain and chronic illnesses, most of the time I feel like I'm very lethargic. But there are days or parts of days randomly where I have this spur of productivity that I'll do like 1,000,001 things I've been putting off. And it's for me. My body likes to remind me, like, you shouldn't have done all that one day. You should have spread it out over multiple days. Like, yeah, I know, but I'm fucking a big procrastinator. And today was one of those days. And so, beyond that, I'm doing fine. Slept in really late, so that's whatever. Yeah, like a few hour burst, or like I'll get like maybe a good afternoon, or if I'm really lucky, I'll get a whole day. But you try and do the same amount of work across like 4 days, you just don't have those 4 days next to each other to do that. And so, like, at least for me, I'll push myself a little bit harder on those days because, like, oh, I'm actually being productive. I actually can get shit done. And wear myself out because of it. Which is counterproductive if you think about it, but I don't know. There we go. What we got here? Yeah, it's a vicious cycle, debug. You got it spot on. And yeah, chronic pain doesn't help. But one tries to power through and do what they can, right? I guess I try to do that. A little bit of gas. I think that's all that's here. Unless there's something in here. No, what we got? Oil. Meat. Anything new? More oil. Yeah. It just always feels bad because, like, there's no matter what you get done in that day, at least for me, it feels like I have another 1,000,001 more things I know I need to get done, and I just don't get around to. And you hang it over your own head, right? You just, at least for me, it gets obsessively compulsive about it, you know? And Yeah, vicious cycle, endless cycle. But whatever. For me, it's like I always have something I'm behind on, or multiple things I'm behind on. I just try and rotate which the worst one behind on, so I don't. In net, any particular one thing isn't too far behind. Or I just drop things off from caring anymore. It's like, okay, I'm just never getting around to that. Probably not a great plan, but like there's things I know I should be doing and I just don't. Being an adult's hard. There we are. Sleep to the night. Ugh. On one of the breaks tonight, I may have to go take more painkillers. So that's deadening the pain, but it's not right. Still there. Ah. Okay, dodge that rock. Cool. I'll be happy if I can get to like 3,500 tonight, which might be a bit of a stretch. But getting another dent done would be nice. Also, oil might be a concern. I haven't checked on that in a while. Like if you're to be adult, but I want us back in summer vacation. Dang, I missed some vacation. I have like 2.5, 3 months of just do whatever you want time. God, that was amazing. That's one thing I love about like, or I envy about like people in like France or Italy or like a few other countries where they have like mandated paid vacation time of like a month or two every year. A month or two. Like, damn, that's a lot of time. Can you imagine if we had something like that in America? Ah, 3 months. God damn. There's a recess as an adult. I want to hear this song. Next song. That'd be so nice. In the US, you're lucky if you get like 3 weeks or 4 weeks if you're in a really good company. That's like what you combine it with sick leave. I can get up to 240 hours banked out, but I have to earn the top 13 to 14 holidays. We get a year. Yeah. That's where one thing I think I lucked out a little bit on. Being in finance, I get the bank holidays. Adjust this just a smidge. There we go. That's a little bit better on that. Like at the bank holidays. So you get like a day off for Easter and gas, oil, things like that. Just kind of nice. Yeah. It's an extra like 4 days off a year, so it's not the biggest benefit. But I'll take it, you know. You get the bank holidays, and if you're in any company that's part of like the trading infrastructure kind of thing, you also get Black Friday and another day early close. Can't remember which one. There's 2 days a year where like the markets close early, like at 1 p.m. instead of 4 p.m. So there's no point being around because no one's doing anything at that point. So you get an extra like 3 hours those days, which is kind of nice. At least in America, like the NYSE closes 3 hours earlier than those 2 days a year. Oh yeah. Yeah, NYSE has 2 days a year they close early. You have the bank holidays they observe, normal holidays they observe, and they'll also do special days once in a while, like days of mourning. So like when George Bush Sr. passed, that was a day off for us. All the markets were closed. No, that's not true. Commodity derivatives were open. So like CME and ICE were open. But like NYSE and NASDAQ were closed. That being said though, like CME and ICE are like 23.5 by 7 markets. So they're open for almost everything. Funny enough, on CME and ICE, they both sell products that are Bitcoin futures. I think CME physically settles. I can't remember if ICE does. If they're physically or financially settled. Financially settled usually means in the US cash settled. Yeah, it's I'd have to look at the spec sheet on that. But yeah, you can buy like crypto derivatives there. Oh, there's been futures on crypto for ages. There is an exchange called Ledger X that does Bitcoin options, which is kind of crazy because options are super high volatility on regular stocks. So like, there's super high volatility on crypto. I'm not brave enough to play around with those instruments, no. But I know they exist. At least they're European settled, which means that, so options. Okay. Options are a financial instrument that are a derivative that give you the right but not the obligation to buy or sell a given asset at a given time for a given price. And the price is known as a strike price. Whether you buy or sell is called the exercise method. So usually they're called call or puts. Calls are the right to buy, the put is the right to sell. And the when, the expiration, is when you do that. European style expirations are only done on expiration date. American style options can do it at any time up to that point. You can do it early if you wanted to. No one ever does. There's no really point to it. You just, if the option's in the money, you just sell it early, or buy or short the underlying asset in the other direction to lock in gains. Hey, Harry. We wandered into like financial instruments conversation again because that's my more immediate background, and somehow got to Bitcoin options, and so I went to options generally. So yeah, the Ledger X options are European style exercise, so they're a little less volatility when you don't exercise them in the middle of a cycle, but still an option on top of a cryptocurrency, physically settled. And I think the contract size is 10, so you can buy or sell 10 Bitcoins at a given price on a given date. Plus, you know, the premium, like every time you transact on an option contract, there's a little bit of charge you have on it called the premium. It is like the cost of doing business. So yeah, so anytime Bitcoin moves like $1, those options move 10. And that's like a small contract, like, it's gambling, you're not wrong. Like, people go to Vegas, other people go to New York. It's the same thing at the end of the day. Anything in here? No? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it's speculation, it's gambling, and Bitcoin being bullshit. It's like any other crypto, like any other currency. It's only as much value as people have faith in it when you really boil it down. The only reason why like fiat currencies have a little more legitimacy is because they have usually some form of violence backing them. Because they're not backed by any commodities anymore for the most part. It just, you have the issuing authority behind them saying, no, you don't take them in a given legal district, then depending on the laws in that area. Ah, fuck! Llama! Hey, Llama!
Llama
How you doing?
Is rating with 13 viewers. Welcome, Raiders.
Hey, Llama, how's Black Ops? How you doing? I hope you have a shepherd and are able to tend to this herd llama chopped off. I like that. I like that. Great. Super good. Welcome in. I'm gonna play with a buddy I've known since middle school. Oh, damn. That's always good to reconnect with people like that. Did you get, were you playing like, I haven't played Black Ops, so I actually had nothing to reference to on that. But yeah, welcome in, Raiders. I'm DesertIce, Dice for short, he, they, general nerd, and have a background in finance, and we were just literally talking about options. And options being a financial instrument, not options as in like choices. But ironically, it is a choice, but anyways, yeah. So, we're nerds here. Big ol' nerds. At least I know I am. But we're just talking about currencies and sort of the meaning behind them, and you know, you can compare and contrast like crypto versus fiat currencies. There's a smidge, yeah. Now, one thing I would agree with you on, Harry, though, is that crypto products like NFTs are bullshit, because they're also like, they're valued like artwork are valued, where that's you're buying stuff for its uniqueness. 10 minutes. If that makes sense, like buying a Van Gogh or another, you know, famous artist, it has no utilitarian value. It's like an NFT has no utilitarian value. You buy it either because you like the way it makes you feel and you appreciate it, which for most NFTs is not much, and for a lot of paintings out there is not much. But it might, you know, there's some artworks on both sides that you might be interested in and actually just appreciating for its aesthetics. Or you're buying it for as an investment vehicle, which is betting on who else wants it more. Yeah. But just like you can take a screen cap of an NFT image, you can get like a reprint of Mona Lisa and you get the same appreciation of it. It just won't be the actual original that hangs on the Louvre. And so it would be worth $3 instead of the however many millions the Mona Lisa's worth. If it even has a price tag, I have no idea. Identity stream sounds good. So also true debug. Like you see, I have no posters hanging. How goes the drive? Pretty good. We are making progress. I'm making up some time from stream I had to cut short last night. NFTs are nothing but bullshit. Crypto can behave like a commodity. The value of crypto is backed by a commodity, yeah. But just a cutout to trade on a commodity that you don't own. Crypto itself is inherently worthless. Yeah. Its value is just in its utility of exchanging other values, right? And that's how liquid it is. And so different currencies have various liquidities on them. But like the US dollar inherently is worthless. Its value is in the position of trading with other things, right? If there was no other commodity in the world, a US dollar means nothing to anyone, right? Now, people speculating on it, you know, that's another thing, right? Yeah, that's all I'm saying. Like, all currencies are inherently worthless. They're only derived values from their exchange purpose. Driving in the sun is annoying, very much so. Agreed. Actually, leave this off real quick. Actually, pre-roll's gonna come in like 5 minutes and change. I need to go take my later in the day medication because my phone's annoying me about it. So I'm gonna run a 3-minute ad, put on some clips for y'all, and I'll be back in about 3 minutes. I need some more water too. I'm hydrating. So go stretch your legs, hit the facilities, get some more water, all that good stuff. I'll be back in about 3 minutes. See you soon. Your head.
Only way with your wasp.
That's not a good idea, buddy. That's gonna hurt. Just grab a sniper rifle. Okay.
See, if Grace was aggressive, it would be Steve. But Grace is her friend.
Stretching the meaning of friend there, saying.
Grace doesn't want to eat us.
They're an acquaintance.
Grace is my friend. Grace is my emotional support shark.
Emotional support shark.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. What do you find weird about this? Well, it lost that one, but I found an emu.
Nice. I'm almost there.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Great, thank you for... Fuck! Yeah, dancing.
Yeah. I keep getting stuck on the ladder.
Ah.
Sounds like tap dancing or doing inappropriate things.
Roof fucking. You can just say roof fucking. It's okay to say roof fucking.
I mean, I was also, my brain was like having the horrible thing of like, don't stick your dick in a power washer.
Okay. Don't stick your dick in a power washer. Oh shit.
What? What's wrong?
Yay?
I fell. I'm
Oh, okay.
alive.
I thought you ran into a bear or something.
No.
Oh, I see. No, so thanks for letting me know, because I just realized, yep, I almost went down there too. I'll go to the... Oh, there's a bear in my way. This time up.
Well, I'm hobbling around now. Got a broken bone. Welcome back, folks. Sorry about the break there, man. We have an hour of pre-rolls off. Took my meds, got some more water. I did not hit the facilities, so that's on me. How long are we actually?
Like out the toilet?
Thank you, Harry. I'm on the big screen. Thank you, Debug. That's awesome. Save. How far along are we? 22:33. Okay, cool. Let's see where we were on chat. Yeah, I agree, Harry. Like a lot of the value in currencies are its utility value in terms of liquidity, in terms of exchange, and a lot of cryptos are behind on that right now. We'll see though. It is a very nice screen. I am impressed. And we're back on the road again. We have our TV on, cool. We watch our show. Asking the real questions. Y'all should be taking your meds. You know.
Pills here. Pills here.
Pills. forgot I had that button. So I looked down like, oh wait, I had something just for this. What was I gonna talk about? All right, we were talking about like weird derivatives. Another weird derivative out there on ICE, the Intercontinental Exchange, is something called a BALMO. And it stands. It's a short nickname for balance of month. It's a basket of futures that are computed to be the remaining future energy product of each day aggregated together. So what does that mean? So a common BALMO that people trade on, especially in this part of the country, is PJM Western Hub. So PJM, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Maryland is an ISO, and there's a major energy exchange called the Western Hub, where people buy and sell power going to other places, right? And you can buy derivatives on that power per day, right? A daily future, if you will. But you know, once that further, and say, okay, I want to, make bets on the remaining We're in another ad run? Huh. I'll wait a little bit so did I turn on the scheduler by accident? This shouldn't be. Stream. Permissions, clips. Try affiliate, I think. Yeah, the ad scheduler is disabled. I'm sorry, folks. I don't know why there's a second ad running. Did a timer get activated, maybe? No, that's not active either. We went off for a moment as well. Well, it's about halfway through the ads already. I'll just continue talking a little bit on the BALMO. We're just cruising up a hill anyways. You're right, Harry. You're right. Well, they might be able to see it through, hey, Lefty. Thank you for the follow. They might be seeing it through my closed captioning. Maybe. Because some extensions have like the stream pop up above the chat during an ad. But I'm glad you're not seeing ads too. Like ads are not like 100%. So there's like 30 seconds left. Liberating power activated, that's also possible. You never know. And there's also the very real possibility I'm an idiot. Can't rule that out, right? But yeah, welcome on, Lefty. How you doing tonight? Or your time zone? Just really weird. I don't know what triggered that. Because the only things that triggers ads on my channel is when I manually invoke them. That's what it is. It was a manual invocation that got overlapped. That's also true, debug, yeah. That's, you're right, Harry. Debug should be taking their meds. But welcome back, anyone who suffered from the ads. Sorry about that. I wish it stacked more than an hour, because we got like 3 minutes back from that, which is super dumb. Yeah, the things that trigger ads on my channel are when I manually invoke them, either by a direct button without changing scenes. The clip scene triggers one automatically when it switches to, and there is a mod command for running ads manually if I'm like AFK. Either me or my mods can run them arbitrarily too, just to get pre-rolls off. Let's say if I, you know, let's just say I, you know, imbibe 130 hot sauce packets and then you know, expunge my soul from my anus again. A mod could be like explanation run ads and put in the number of seconds for an ad run, so it's 30, 60, 90, 120, 150, 180 are the amounts that are acceptable to Twitch. Don't think there's anything else that runs ads. There is a timer I've made that should run the 3 minutes of ads every 20 minutes, but it's not currently enabled and has not ever been enabled. I just made it just in case, where as a piece of functionality that I would like to have on hand if I were to ever do like a long streamathon kind of thing, and leave like the stream running overnight. I'd want that to be able to turn it on, and that way if people are playing words on stream or the jigsaw puzzle kind of thing, and they leave the tab up, fuck it, why not, you know? Yay, Debug got her meds, yay! Yeah! Okay, I mean, there's one too many applauses. Oh well. But yeah, I made that timer just in case if I were to do that, and if people are playing the puzzle thing overnight and have their tab open or whatever, make an extra buck or two. I don't know. But if there's any appropriate time to run frequent ads, that would be it. I remember like when the first version they rolled out for the ad schedule on Twitch, like the built-in one. Hey Jen. Not having memory to remember the memory meds is a bit interesting. Yeah, I can imagine. But what do you think, Jen? New camera. No flickering so far, right? Hopefully. Maybe. And I do have dramatic zoom. Yeah, how you doing? I need to play more with the ISO some more, and like the shutter speed. And they're all on automatic right now because I'm lazy, and depending on the like what it's sampling, it gets my color values way off. But I think part of it is because it sees like the monitor size on either side and just throwing everything off. But it's functional, it's not flickering, so I have to remember that and keep it as a win. And it seems compatible with everything else I have set up, like removing the background, blurring the camera, stuff like that. Can you set up random dramatic zooms during hype trains for the flashbangs? Can I do that? Maybe. It's theoretically possible. I just don't know if Elgato makes that access to things super easy. That's why I can't say definitively yes. Now theoretically, I have enough infinite time and energy, I can reverse engineer Elgato's protocol and do it by hand. But would it be worth it at that point? I don't know. This oil. There's nothing here. This is bullshit. Does the camera look level to you guys too? The mount that it's on is like a ball and socket joint at the very end, so you can get all the different angles you want. I can't get it. I don't know if I got it level enough, or if that even matters. But guys, so I can't do it through the driver software. I could theoretically do it in OBS. UFO. I could do it in OBS. The only problem with OBS is that the AR is post-process of or pre-process of that. So like the glasses would be in the wrong position based on the zoom. It works here because it's pre-OBS. This is all in the camera driver. Okay. If it, I over obsessed with perfection on some things, so I want to make sure have a sanity check on it. If I mess with that, oh yeah, definitely. There's like those camera posts you can get pretty expensively at Micro Center Debug. That's, I think we got one set for Sari there, and I think this one they got off of Amazon, but that's one place you can look if that makes sense for you. Put a level on your hand, just sit there motionless when it settles. Yeah. I don't know if I have a physical level on me. Huh. Just realized that. I think every other tool I could possibly imagine. Like I have pliers. So this is a funny, another tangential story. Oh boy, here we go. Okay. That could have been a whole lot worse. Well, one thing you can say, Harry, after all that, I'd be level-headed. Yeah, if it's good enough to appease or satisfy who people watch it, then that's all that really matters. At the end of the day. Oh yeah, NVIDIA Broadcast is a really interesting piece of software, though the eye tracking thing is still unsettling. I played around with that just for a hot minute, and it is super unnerving. Because you can like move your hand in front of your eyeball, and your eyeball will be in front of your hand. Super weird. There we go. Ah! Hey Obsidian, how you doing? How's you? I'm hanging in there. Most of like tonight's stream is stress testing a little bit with the new camera setup and making sure everything's working okay. B part of it is making up time from last night's short stream. And so far we're accomplishing both of those. And we're just sort of chilling, relaxing. Debug apparently has me on their massive projector. How far have I gone? Let me check. So, save. I'm at 3251. So I've gotten like 80 some odd kilometers so far on this drive today. It's only a 14-foot screen. Only. I'm also playing around my soundboard again. There we are. Anything here? Ooh, 2.9 liters of gasoline. They are fun. I don't know. To me, like, this is probably a very subjective and personal, like, perception of things. I always felt like with sitcoms that overly used, like, laugh tracks felt kind of cheesy and lazy. So maybe I'm being meta about it? I don't know yet. And it's maybe, I don't know, is it, how do I phrase this? Is it super noticeable for you guys to catch on when it's a laugh track versus an actual live audience doing a real laughter? I think I can pick that up pretty well. And when it's the former, it feels really kind of forced. I don't know. I don't know. I'm of a really weird mind on that right now, or in general. Very much so, yeah. Timing has to be dead on, and it has to be in the right kind of jokes. Yeah, I'm still very new to it, so I'm still practicing. I have applause, laughter, air horn, and rim shot easily set up. I have more over here, like, you know, this one. Of course, fart. Heyo. That.
Cool story, bro.
Of course, and that. Those are all readily accessible. Some are easier to access than not. This one I always really like.
Say it again, Dexter. Omelette de fromage.
It's so dumb. I love it. And literally on my web deck, the button, all it says is Karos. That's all it says for that. So I know it bugs him. I think there's a channel point that triggers it, and there's also you cheer 47 bits. I think it triggers it, but just having it on the button is fun. Baguettes. Oh. I do need to add more like fun sound effect stuffs. Like one who's really mastered, I think, is Enigma. His soundboards, his skills on that are dead on at this point. Reliever's doing really good too with it too. I think it's newer for JoJo, and she's been using it more and more lately, and I like how she's using it. Yeah. I've had them and I'm just been playing with them off and on, and I don't think I have the timing on it dead on yet. Wed-Fri-Jesus. Huh. I like the name. I'll have to maybe check that out at some point. Yeah, most of my like deck buttons are like more utilitarian. Like I have one for making markers on my stream timeline. I have 4 buttons for muting and deafening either OBS or Discord. Buttons to control like clip playback, and like music playing and the zoom levels and brightness of my lights. That's fair, yeah. Yeah, everyone has to, like, you know, write through their own subjective opinion on things, of course. I just found the Edison collection. Supposedly the Smithsonian has a bunch of historical recordings for free, public domain, I think. Oh, yeah. That doesn't surprise me. If you don't mind going that far back, there's quite a bit of stuff that's of an open domain. I think, what was it? Steamboat Willie just entered open domain like a few years ago. Which is kind of crazy because that's like some of the first iterations of Mickey Mouse are in public domain now. Yeah. Just a few more years, I think more modern takes of Mickey Mouse will enter public domain. I'm just interested to see what's going to happen with that. Because it's been like decades and decades that the Walt Disney Company has been extending and expanding copyright like protections to obscene levels just to protect that. At this point, I think that everyone in the legal field's like, yeah, you just can't do it anymore. There's no justification. Yeah, Winnie the Pooh, like the first initial versions. Wasn't there like a movie or a TV series or something that's supposed to be like Winnie the Pooh, but like in a horror setting? I could have sworn there was something like that in the works or coming out or something. I don't know. Steamboat Willie's. That was more recent than that. Or it had it in the public domain. Maybe it's something else I'm thinking about. That was early Disney. But even still, like, that's only like half a year away. Winnie the Pooh, Blood, and Honey in live action horror. That was, yeah, okay. I knew I've heard something along the grapevine about it. All right, because Disney's bought fucking everything. I forget that sometimes. Even after working for them, I forget how much they've purchased over the years. The House of Mouse has deep pockets. Yeah. Yes. I forget the exact item on my list, but they bought a lot of IPs off of Fox during that exchange. That was a weird day. Because the options on both companies got into really weird special positions. That was just so hard to determine. You have news of Steamboat Willie going to hit the public domain because Disney ran out of avenues. That said, any version of Mickey Mouse other than explicitly the one Steamboat Willie will be. Okay, that's probably what it is. You're right, Harry. Yeah, the news was they were trying to fight for even for that, and they ran out of any real legal arguments for it. Which honestly should have been happened decades ago, but whatever. Things in the public domain are good, like Herschel Frankenstein, Nosferatu. Like, there's some good works back then. I don't know what like the duration for copyright should be, and maybe it's different for certain types of works. I don't know. The current duration though right now, which is like lifetimes long, is insane. Yeah. The LucasArts buy, I think, is the one sort of rubbed me the wrong way, because Star Wars has not been the best of places since then. Yeah, they've had a few good hits, I think, like The Mandalorian, where I think they just really had a lot of freedom independent of Disney. And there was works like Rogue Squadron, or Rogue One, excuse me, that I think was mostly like a good chunk of the way done by the time the acquisition went through. But the most recent trilogy is so bad. I know it's like hip to dunk on it, but it's so bad. And like Star Wars is like one of my favorite franchises I was growing up with, so like I was mixed on the prequels, and I like the prequels more than the most recent trilogy. I will admit, like the Anakin part with like him being a shitlord teenager or whatever is super dumb. But the other aspects of it, of like the geopolitical interactions of the Senate, I like that part.
I don't like sand. It's coarse and rough and irritating,
Yeah,
and it gets everywhere.
it does. Yep. So that's spoken IMAX. I hold a grudge. That's fair, Harry. I understand people really hate that scene. Like, yeah, that definitely is a negative mark in the prequels. Like the whole arc of Anakin, granted being a main focus of the prequels. I get that, and I agree. But things like Geonosis, the Clone Army, the Fall of the Senate, I like that kind of parts. Oh yeah, that was super dumb. Like I include that with the dumb like Anakin arc. Like the whole rise of Darth Vader is super dumb. I saw like that part in a. So this is funny. Yoda's also with Palpatine had a better grip. Technically, yeah. I saw the third one of the prequels, the third one first. The first time I saw it was a shitty translation Chinese bootleg. That was so bad. The ending part where Anakin's like, no, which is translated as very no. And my friends and I just mean on that for months on end. Like the whole like it went to Chinese then back to English subtitles, and it is so fucking dumb. Just so much no. I watched it normally since then, obviously. And someone goes, Obi-Wan forgot all about Leia being Vader's kid, while Yoda, who had no direct knowledge of it, remembered. Yeah. That I actually don't rule out completely, because like in comparison, Obi-Wan was not as connected to the Force as Yoda was. And I think Yoda was more connected to the senators from Alderaan, the one that raised Leia. Look at his name. Yeah. Something Organa. But like, if it wasn't like an Attack for the Clones, I would have never gotten Republic Commando as a video game, and that's one of my favorite games. It's a really good game. I liked it a lot. Yeah. I still like the original trilogy from the 80s is still like the top tier, my favorite by far. That's never going to change, I think. But like, of the newest prequel, of the newest trilogy, the sequel trilogy, the first one looks like they took A New Hope, threw it through ChatGPT, and just made whatever came out the other end. You got that, Mira. THX 11838 was movie. I don't know if I've seen that movie. Or Willow. That would be a funny edit. That would be a hilarious edit. I'd love to see that, like in like bad lip reading or something. Or sci-fi dystopian 1984 Brave New Worldish. Oh, okay. I haven't seen Willow, so I might have to check that out. I did grab a copy of John Wick 4. It's probably gonna be on my soon-to-watch list. Obi-Wan's an item open in Forest Ghost. And he forgot to deliver the layout from Padme. I don't think he delivered the kits though, did he? I thought that was like the medic robot, and Obi-Wan just directly handed it to or the Organa senator, and I think could have sworn that Yoda was part of that. He was there, true. He was in the room. And watched as Leia died of a broken heart. Right, yeah, that's what I was remembering too. Mira. And I don't know. That is true. Goddamn Miss Hill. I don't know. Prequels definitely have their problems. I don't deny them. But there's still, I think, some parts of it are somewhat salvaging. And the pod racing scenes were cool in one. Now this is pod racing. It's dumb, but it was fun. Oh, it's brother after Obi-Wan? Yeah. Yeah, I think I rented it for a little bit. It was alright. It reminded me of like F-Zero a little bit, if I remember correctly. Hey Noel. How doing? What'd you make for dinner? I'm doing alright. Testing out a new camera. So far it's hanging in there. Burgers for the week. Ooh, good option. Like cheeseburgers or normal burgers? Hey demons, it's your boy. Null underscore motherfucking run. Jalapenos? Oh, I can see that being tasty. Ah. Now, question. Did you use pepper jack cheese for your cheeseburgers? So I really want to know. I really want to know. For you? Okay. I guess no wife is a little more. Swiss is a good option. I know I say this often, but like a sleeper hit for cheese, Munster. Goes so good with a lot of things. It's so undervalued, I think. It adds a lot of savoriness to burgers if you haven't tried it. Me too, Obsidian. Like, that's one of the reasons why I like Wendy's is because you actually order Munster burgers. Yeah, definitely give it a shot and let me know what you think. Thinking, oh, I killed Mason Dew. I'm struggling with what I have done. I betrayed a mentor. Palpatine, it's fine. Again, no, it is fine. Okay, I'll go directly from this internal struggle to slaughtering a temple full of innocent children. Yeah. No problems. Zero problems. Alright, now we're picking up speed in Iceland. Yeah, that's true, Mira. That's a character of it, no notes. Except from their untrained younglings, yeah, they were defenseless. Left and right, just like T-ball. But then, like, Harry, consider this. You have all that bullshit, right? Then you have Snoke. Who was who? Who fucking knows? What was his purpose? Who fucking knows? Oh, he died? Why was he on film? Who fucking knows? Would he serve any value whatsoever to the overall plot? Who fucking knows? But we wasted a bunch of time, like, seeing him on screen. Like, yeah, I admit prequels are have problems, but there's nothing quite as bad as Snoke in the prequels. Oh, here we go again. Okay. All right. Yeah, I lost a few things, debug. I'll have to go look to see if I can find them. I know I lost a door. I lost maybe a mirror. And oh yeah, the grill. Got the bumper still. That's at least good. Yeah, there's the door. Okay, let's clean up my own blood too while we're at it. I lost a dial as well. Where'd the thing go? Might be worth a load. Alright, let's take a look around to see if we can find any more pieces. Lost the doghouse. I had a doghouse? Then you're right, I did lose it, so I know it was there. What is that? It's a rock. The engine cover, yeah. Gosh, where the fuck did it go? And where did the rock I ran into go? Those are really hard to find, actually. Well, the other things I could probably live without a bit. The engine cover is kind of rough. Yeah, let's go to like an old save. Yeah, it must have gone who knows where. Luckily the save is only from like 30 minutes ago, so it's not that much time lost. Get our camera fixed up. There we go. Now we're rolling again. This is super annoying. I like the idea of like cars being taken apart, being assembled. It's which things when they broke apart didn't go flying into the stratosphere. The physics engine is kind of wonky in this game sometimes. It doesn't really make a huge amount of sense. I still wouldn't mind a boat to get more gas in our reserve tank. That'd be really cool. We're doing okay. I just would like more. Yeah, I have no idea where that engine cover went. Debug, it just long gone. I'll have to probably make a better habit of like getting into saving on the top of hills just in case. That's really I think what I need to do. You know, I just realized the back of these trucks have a massive window. I don't think normal trucks like this kind of build have that big of a rear window that wraps around the corners like that. It's a little weird. I'm not much of a truck person, so I don't know definitively. That just strikes me as odd. Alright, got to the top of a hill, we'll fall on of ice and save. Good old hydration. Alright. So far, we're doing okay. Be flat, and the pillars of steel to reduce body torsion via back. Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well. Debug, probably not as eloquently worded. You'd think like that would be a safety risk if it got turned over, really, right? Because you're relying on the door pillar really to hold up the door, the roof on a rollover. I just you know, the corners being a little more resilient than that. That's true, Obsidian. Like, that's a big dumpy. I like it. Ah! Thank you, Obsidian. Okay, a little bit more of controlled descent this time, maybe. There we are. There's that devious rock that screwed us last time, I think. Fuck you, rock. There's another one right there. Oh, my condolences, Jen. I know that feeling. I know that feeling. Feels bad, man. Did he land okay, or is it like just completely shattered? That sucks. You made me wonder, should I turn on autosaves while I'm driving? Because that has a higher chance of getting us like a more recent save. I should also do manual saves, of course, but that might be a good safety mechanism. I'll have to see. Do you want sudden surprises? And I'd say yes. Is it really that bad? Oh, yeah, just,
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Hey, yo, Polka Dog. You're probably right. You're probably right. How you doing? What do you think of the new camera, Polka Dog? So far, it's not flickering so far. Because I haven't noticed it yet. If you have noticed, do let me know. I do have another camera coming in tomorrow that is a higher model of Logitech. See a lot of physics breaks with auto switch. That's a good point. The next camera coming in is like the 4K webcam from Logitech. Though it only runs at 30 frames per second, so I don't know how I feel about it yet. But I want another backup option versus this one. I'm also curious to see if it's like a Logitech driver issue overall, or if it's just that model of webcam. Whew. Is there a hotkey for doing a save? No. There's not. There's a horn. You think it looks a tiny bit cleaner? That's good. I was hoping for at least equating the same sort of experience. Does have a wider aperture, wider FOV. So like, this is actually zoomed in a little bit to match like the old kind of view. This is like its normal view, which is, it feels like my head's very small. That's sort of like the Sun's thing, not mine. But yeah, since it's an Elgato camera, it integrates with the Stream Deck, so I can do fun things like that. So that's kind of cool. I wonder. There's the dramatic zoom I have as well. That's all on OBS. Ah! Actually, it's actually kind of adapting kind of well. It's kind of cool. You like that one? I do too. Yeah. Full frame on the face like this. Ah! It's very dramatic. Steepy time. But I like to have the ability to have like some hand gesture sometimes, and being so face focused, it's like they not do like for hand gestures, you know. And I just don't think it conveys the same message at that point. What we got up here? A rust bus. Anything else that's worth stopping for? Ah, super. Yeah, so that's kind of neat. There's other things I can put on the Stream Deck with it, since it's all Elgato talking to each other kind of things, which is admittedly kind of nice. I do like that. I'm excited for what was it? Nate, the dev who works on StreamerBot, primarily works on StreamerBot. He's working on some iterations and enhancements for the StreamerBot Stream Deck plugin. And some cool things come into where you have different actions you could fire on pressing in versus pressing out of a given button. So that should be pretty exciting, I think. I should have condensed some of my current 2 key things to one. Like right now, like that camera zoom's 2 different buttons, one for on, one for off. But on the newer things, once I have that installed and set up, I'm gonna put it onto one button so I can just do a dramatic zoom while I'm holding. Then once it releases, go back. Oh, here we go. How are we gonna land? Okay, okay, okay. No damage. Yep, press and hold release actions, yep. There is an action for when you're long pressing on a button, but I asked the dev while I was in another stream, and there was a variant where while pressing it would repeatedly fire something until released, and there's not that yet. But he did say it was an interesting idea, so that may change. The thought I had, and yeah, I could definitely do this on my side once it's once I have all the stuff set up, is essentially remaking how the Go XLR has like a sensor button where if you press it, it mutes your mic and it presses a beeping sound until you release it and undoes all that. But the beeping sound is like a looping action, right? That's where it can come into play and have like just play a sound, but a very short sound. That means I accepted your feature request. I don't know. I was some jackass and nutty stream. What can I say? I have other like, I do actually have feature requests on their wiki. One of them was integration, proper integration with Ali.gg. So that'd be good. Let's see what we got over here. Of course, I uploaded the most popular request, which is dark mode. Nate, I understand why you don't have it, but doesn't mean I don't want it. I'm even okay with the rest of the UI being the way it is, which is not user intuitive. Just dark mode would help a lot in general. Okay, there's like nothing here, is there? Like tiny amounts of gas and stuff. Nothing like significant. What's in here? Empty. I don't disagree, Debug. Like dark mode should be an easier and easier to implement option. But admittedly, like StreamerBot, the front end of StreamerBot is written on a technology that goes back to Windows 95. And there's arguments why it is like that way, not just because like it's an easy to develop UI framework, it's WinForms. It also is completely CPU driven. There's no GPU acceleration, which is kind of a good thing for streamers in the sense that any like contention or capacity of the GPU that you'd be taken up by that is just now more for games or encoding. Because like during streams, like if you have enough cores on a CPU, you usually have more spare capacity of that. Generally, depending on your build, right? It's like a game. and most usually only has like a handful of threads to worry about at most. The context switching gets too expensive beyond that. OBS threads really well, but most of the time, most of the application's fairly idle. Most of the work is done like on one thread, which is pushing the encoding instructions over. Yeah. If you're using the GPU encoding, yes, there's the CPU encoder, which is all running through FFmpeg, I think. And that's different, but it's assuming GPU encoding. So your game in OBS's encoding is doing a good amount of work on your GPU all the time. But your CPU is fairly free. Fairly. Like Minecraft utilization, yeah. So, from that perspective, it kind of has like an advantage in that sense. But yeah, if you use like CPU encoding, then the whole calculus changes. And CPU encoding makes sense more so on like a dedicated like streaming PC, like a 2 PC setup. And even then it's like, does it really? It's just such a... Mbake and like the newer Mbake versions are just so good and so inexpensive computationally. And it's hardware accelerated exactly for what you need to do. CPU encoding just doesn't make sense in most use cases. Now, again, unless you're doing something really specific or your GPU hardware is not that profile, like I don't know if the latest cards from AMD have a comparable hardware acceleration for encoding, so maybe that might be a good example. I think they do, but I don't know. Yeah, that's effectively what the Mbake encoder is. You get just a hardware encoder on your GPU. So that's interesting. So anyone who's like thought about streaming, what would you stream if you were to stream? Like what game or, you know, art or like what category would you stream in? I'd be curious. Fair. If you're not playing on stream or if you're not inclined to that, that's totally cool too. Lots of different stuff. I craft a lot, but also game a lot. Fair, yeah. So you're thinking like a dedicated card just for encoding debug? Because like it is software driven to some degree, but like it is a dedicated like metal silicon chip on the card. That's been around since like pre GTX 1000 days. Probably more creative shooter stuff. That's fair. No, Minecraft with shaders and mods. That's definitely an interesting one to go because Minecraft is such a popular game. Still, like, to this day, I think it's like a top 20 categories in Steam, on Steam, Twitch still. So the stream won't die if OBS wanders and often crashes. I think the only way you get that though is if you have a full like streaming PC, like a 2 PC setup, which is fair. Like that, if you're looking for that kind of reliability, that makes sense. Speaking of which, how is OBS doing? 0 network drop frames, 28 skip due to encoding lag, and 198 miss due to rendering lag. Okay, that's pretty good. Both, all of it less than 0.1%. You max out your 3080 Ti with Minecraft shaders. That's not hard to do. Crank up the render distance on Minecraft, you can definitely make it crunch. Yeah, I know like the RTX shader is pretty heavy. Like Magic Design Web Presenter, it's a little box. That's still affected like OBS, like encoding and uploading, right? Or like a tricorder at that point, or not tricorder. What's that freaking called? I know what you're talking about. It's still like it does the same thing as like a streaming PC with OBS. It's a dedicated piece of hardware that does streaming, right? You had to pick one of the faster ones. Yeah. Oh yeah, those are definitely really nice, especially if you're going to go that end, for sure. Yeah, I've read a few streamers that set up like dedicated hardware like that. The only trade-off, I guess, would be since you're working on proprietary encoders with that, is that you don't get the benefits of some of the same like OBS plugins and stuff like that. Yeah. Definitely interesting though. I know like Nutty, when he was setting up a 2 PC setup, but it's different where essentially he has 2 instances of OBS, one on each machine, but one will send over AV1 encoding to the other, which will receive and then combine that into one big NVENC encoding up to RTMP up to Twitch. So it does a lot of the stuff like what's the program? There's a program that mirrors like sound and video on a LAN between Windows machines, but he's doing that selectively through OBS instead of just generally. Yeah, okay, that's true. If you can, I didn't know you can tap into OBS at that point. And if you do, then you have the same benefit. So, okay. Yeah, NDI, that's what it is. He wanted to avoid NDI, and I think it's because you didn't have as much selectivity of like what you mirrored over to the other machine. And his setup, it was more selective. What is Siphon? I've never heard of that. Have vMix for most of that? That's cool. That's like it's such like audio cabling, is it not? So you pipe visual output from one program to another? Huh. Interesting. I may have to take a look at that. And yeah, it's quite useful, but very large if you don't use the HX version. Maybe they was trying to avoid that. I don't know. I only caught part of that stream, so I don't know all the details. I just found it interesting that he was doing an unconventional 2PC setup. And I want to know why and how. Because you never know what you'll learn, right? Empty. Oil. You are another engine. Okay, that's a liter of oil. Let's see what we can do with this. Oh, yeah, okay. E. Okay, another liter of oil in there. That's good. What you got in there? Empty. Bunch of mix of crap. Liter of gas. Streams are like 80 to 100 megabit. HX is 7 to 10. A single frame delay or so. The single frame delay is not too bad. Unless you're doing like spearing shit. Then it gets kind of like very sensitive to things. Depending on what you're doing. Gas, oil. Empty. Okay, we got a little bit of oil, a little bit of gas. Can't complain. Anything up here? No. What is in you? But anything. Ooh. Cool meters. What are you? Nothing good. What are you? I don't know what that is either. I like this meter. Speedometer. I wonder if it's better than a current one. That one there. Hold. You can go over here. Oh yeah, it fits way better. You can just go over here for later. Yeah, that's totally better. It's a new odometer, so we can track our current day's progress. $32.85, so making good progress.
This is my favorite show.
Oh,
This is my favorite show. Look,
Red!
my favorite show.
Dead Lady Art just gifted a sub.
Thank you, Red. Thank you for the gift sub. How you doing? I'm doing alright. Tonight's an impromptu surprise bonus stream, I guess, because last night my webcam was really glitching out, so I overnighted a new one and set it up mostly if I want to test it thoroughly in a stream. So that's what this is primarily, and to make up time from the shortcut stream. And so far it's been working out. Well, say that. Can I recover? Yes. Aha! Yeah! Woo! I need to memorize my buttons better. Okay, that goes there. Alright, get you out. Did anything else fall off? That and side mirror. Anything else? Well, everything else is intact. Autosave, please. Let's grab this. There we go. Now you go there. Come on. And damn it. Where'd he go? I got on top of the roof. How'd I... Come on. There we are. Just stick it in that mess there, who cares? Okay. Feels good. What is it complaining about? Says the gas is low. I guess it got dislodged. Yeah, the gas tank got dislodged. Was the engine cover just flipped up the whole time? I don't think so. But yeah, the gas tank got dislodged there, so I wasn't seeing gas going in the engine. We're good now. I wasn't understanding why the fuel light was on. But it's fixed now. And we're on a controlled descent, and that's a rock. And we're rolling. And we're rolling. And we're good. You're a barrel roll. Thank you, no. Yep. I have that and a few others I think as triggers the bot. I don't have your mod. I'd probably do like a special one just for that. Come on. Oh, okay. Okay. What the heck is it doing? All right, what's this? No, that goes all the way on that one. Or just, yep, you fall, that's fine. Come on. That's not what I want. I wanted that. There we go. Let's go see if we can find a little piece that fell off. We've lost the center mirror, the side mirrors, and the sun visors. Oh. Josh counts gold bars. I endlessly crash and repair my truck. And lose like the dumbest things ever. I had it in my hand, didn't I? With the same parts, yes. Did I merge it into the... Huh. Where did it go? I think I have a spare one in here, maybe? Okay, sun visor might be gone. That's not the end of the world. Make some tea and ramen. It sounds good. Enjoy your tea and ramen. What else we got over here that we can take advantage of? If we just lost those things, I'm not overtly terribly concerned. Yeah, I don't know where it went either. It's nice to be gone to the ages, because I swear like parts will clip into the ground in this game sometimes. Oh. Well, I'll keep an eye out. If I see anything, I'll try and grab it, but I might be out one of the mirrors then. Oh well. Yep. That was really bad when we were doing a multiplayer. We lost one of our trucks just falling into the void. We had to load back an old save and we lost like an hour of progress or something like that. Ridiculous. Okay. I guess those parts are just gone. Oh well. I know I have some spares, which is some of them over in that mess. So I'm not, you know, super torn up about it. Anything good at this stop? Oh, we want to harvest things from that truck, maybe? Let's take a quick look. Nah, it has no parts. Okay. Here we are. Yeah, I don't know why parts just clip into the ground in this game. Well, I guess generally you can explain it as the physics engine is super, super weird. So I don't think this is running on Unity or Unreal. I think this is custom made, I think. I haven't checked. How's the camera holding it up still? Good? Yeah. Yeah. You're probably right, Debug. It just gets into like a weird state and just clips through shit. Well, hopefully we find another good pull-off point where we're gonna maybe make some repairs. There's a stop coming up there, and that could be potentially valuable. I think it's one of the smaller house ones, so our luck might be limited. Yeah, that crash wasn't the worst thing in the world. I was like, oh, I got lucky and like it's none or little damage, and that was a bit. Okay, so we got here. Yeah, it's a small house one, so probably a little SOL on potential resources. Okay, gun, that's super helpful. A little bit gas, that's not bad. It's on this side. Let's see. Anything on here that's salvageable? No, let's sleep. This husk of a car. Oh, I should probably take a quick break. I need to hit the facilities, don't I? Alright. Alright, quick break. 3 minutes. I'll run an ad. I need to hit the restroom. I'll save. I'll run some clips and be back as soon as you can. So take your pills, go to the facilities, grab a drink, grab a snack, all that good stuff, and I'll see you in about 3 minutes. Sound good, chat? BRB.
Warrior Contracts, I think is the name of it. It's the sniper elite kind of game that's older, more Splinter Cell-esque AG kind of game.
Whomever I please, you don't.
That door? Door. Door-san. Uh-huh. This is a thing. That is true for metal. There is always time for more bullshit. Speaking of which, hello, sir. Are you interested in some bullshit?
See, if Grace was aggressive, it would be Steve. But Grace is our friend.
Stretching the meaning of friend there, saying.
Grace doesn't want to eat us.
They're an acquaintance.
Grace is my friend. Grace is my emotional support shark.
Emotional support shark.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. What do you find weird about this?
What? What? Oh, okay.
Nope, all I have is this. That's the jump guns.
Yeah. There we go. Oh, punk. You got shit.
All right. Man, I fucking needed that. I really hope this is the real you.
Golly, that bump sure was a doozy, wasn't it? Get to City Hall. Hurry!
Okay.
No.
City Hall.
Well, lost that one, but I found an emu.
Nice. I'm almost there.
Okay.
Hey chat, I'm back. And ads are over. Perfect timing. And now we have an hour off of pre-rolls, which is nice. Alright, let's look through some of my spare stuff for a hot minute. Because I have one of these, which is in decent shape. And goes there. There's a sponge. That is another meter. There's a... Come on. Side mirror. Goes there. And do I have another sun visor in there? No. Oh well. That's still a pretty good improvement. We'll probably find another sun visor pretty easy and a glove compartment cover. Actually, it might be one of those in this car. I doubt it, but you never know. Oh, that's kind of cute. Yeah, nothing in there. Okay. There we are. And we're cruising again. Now our mirrors are wrong, but at least they're symmetrical. Yeah, I think we'll be able to find another sun visor in the next couple stops without being too difficult, because that's pretty ubiquitous. And don't usually have as much trouble finding that. Hi, Mira. Well, I'm glad camera flip still works too. I expect as much because that's all OBS driven. Yeah, you did, and it works, see? I did test that earlier too, so I know you guys like that, doing that. And yeah. Thank you though. I do appreciate it. We rolling. Okay, that could have been a lot worse, and it wasn't. Thank you, Gamira. I appreciate it. Ah. Oh my god, that is a steep ass hill. Holy crap. Holy crap. Okay. All right. I hope there's no rock. Oh my goodness. Oh my god, so much speed. I wanted to stop there. I won't be able to. Okay, 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 okay. We're okay. We're okay. Okay. We're good. We're good. We're good. I'm gonna save after that because that could have been a million times worse, and it wasn't. We made it through in one piece, chat. Oh. I could. One speed, please. I think you got a 2-for-1 on that one, T-Buck. A BOGO, if you would. Is that a common phrase, BOGO? Buy one, get one free? Like buy one, get one kind of thing? I've used it with a few like friends over the years. I just don't know how ubiquitous that idiom is or that phrase is, because like some of those are, you know, regional. Yeah. It's always funny to figure out or find out how certain like phrases or idioms or just buy one get one half off. Yeah, I've bogoho. Yeah, I'm familiar with that. But like there was an old phrasing I got as a kid called Bob's your uncle, which is sort of like a way of saying there you have it, you know, that's the reveal finality to like a statement kind of thing. Almost unheard of around here. But I know it's common in the UK. I know it's a British slang or a British phrase, but it's also in some parts of the US too. It's just, I don't get it. That was one. Another one that was new to this area that I didn't realize was 6 in one, half dozen the other, which is either way it's indifferent. You know, two paths to the same destination that are equal. That also wasn't like super common around here, as far as I know. My very, very subjective anecdotal sample size, right? Okay. 6 one half dozen the other just wasn't very familiar to these people. And it's like, huh, okay. So we're talking like different like tasks to do in software, and we're like, yeah, you can do this way or that way. 6 one done, half dozen the other. It's at the end of the day, it's the same. Like you arrive at the same destination no matter what you do between those two decisions. And
Bob's your uncle is a catech prase that originated in 1887 when British Prime Minister Robert Gascoigne Cecil appointed his nephew Arthur James Balfour as Minister for Ireland.
Uh-huh.
The phrase was coined when Arthur referred to the Prime Minister as Uncle Bob.
Helena is Latina. So you got a very interesting accent on that one. Yeah, if you wanted a more British accent, you probably would have been better with Hazel. That's the British VO. We also have David and Zero, which are American. So you have like a little bit of gamut there. Great, because I got none of that. Same here. It was like, yeah, those are words. Those are indeed words. Sorry. That's interesting, because after Uncle Bob was a prime minister of the UK at some point. Okay. That's always interesting, I think. I don't know. I find a little weird factoids like that fascinating. But 1887, is it really that old? Huh. I guess it makes sense, because like I got it from my father's side of the family, which for context, my father was 40 when I was born, and his father was 56 when he was born. So yeah, timelines make sense. And for context, my grandfather on my father's side was he and his wife both immigrated from the UK. So timeline wise, that makes sense. So I'm guessing that catchphrase is probably way more common around then too. It's really weird, like my father's side of the family is very much like Colin and I have some driving, got to 1650. Nice, Jen, congrats. I hope you have a good night, sleep well. I appreciate you being here. You're doing good progress. That's like 25+%, 26%. You're gonna nail it. I will have fun driving. Always good to have you around. Oh, that's a rock. Luckily, going on the top hill, it's so slowly, it doesn't really matter. God, this is a steep ass hill. Who would make a road like this? Guess we're going through like the Rocky Mountains at this point. AI, true. ChatGPT is against me. San Francisco looks different in this light. Yeah. You're not wrong. What really makes me a little nerve-wracked though, this is the uphill part. What's the downhill part gonna look like? That's true. New Mexico has some. Colorado's pretty bad on it too. Maybe. Hopefully. Oh yeah. 1.3 liters of gas. I'll take that. Where are you? More gas. Hell yeah. Okay. I was hoping for some more parts, but oh well. Yeah, gotta get our speed back up. I'm going to the top of this hill, we'll do another save just in case. I know upstate New York is pretty hilly too. Stayed at a small town for a few nights. It was a town called Little Rock. Very, very charming. It was really cool. But it was so tiny and like unincorporated. It had one McDonald's. That was the happening spot in the entire town. It was super cool looking though. Bleh. I need to get that sound effect. Bleh. Anyways, making this up this hill. This is not as steep, kinda. Seems to be a little bit better at this point. A little bit. Run up the hill. Hey, Garbage Day, how you doing? How are things? All right, now we're picking up a little bit more speed. Oh, good. Grateful to put the 3-day weekend. Same. Super happy about that. Well, last night when I couldn't sleep, I actually played through all the tutorial missions of Mechabellum. So I got all that done. And I'm actually a number of levels in now that I've played a lot of bot matches with Bob. It's dumb fun, just doing stupid things. I enjoy it greatly. You just can't grab your attention, honestly. That's fair. Auto battlers are very, like, unique type of game, in my opinion, where it's very much sort of like a elaborate chess, I guess, where you sort of set the preconditions in place, and then you the AI sort of is your deciding factor to some degree, but it's less determined. I don't know, it's hard to describe. I wonder how the game would change in nature if you had some more agency in the battles themselves. Basically, if you had like the sentry missiles or like those things, instead of placing them at the beginning of the round, fire them more actively in the middle of a round. So that really changes the dynamic a bit, where your agency is more, you know, in the round. Because right now all you have it is placing the units and like designing the upgrades, your tech tree, what tech tree is available in between like games. Like that are more in control. But at the end of the day, if the AI choose like prioritizing dumb units, you can lose or win on that. And I have won or lost against bot matches on that. So it's fascinating. It's definitely a unique design of game in that sense. Or not unique, but it's unusual. Okay, more downhill. Come on, maintain control. Stay on target. Stay on target. You got it, Wedge. Fucking bunnies, get out of my way. Okay. Okay. Did I lose anything? No. That one, that of all things, is surprisingly lucky. Let's do a quick cheeky save on that. See how we're doing on progress. 33-22. Nice. Thank you, Governor's Day. Fucking UFO up in the sky. Okay. Yeah, it's way up there. I don't know what it's doing up there. Maybe it spawned in weirdly or something. Oh no. Phew. Phew. Okay. Okay, okay, okay. A little bit of blood. That's fine. Headlight. View mirror. Well, I'll see other sun visor potentially, but that's also not the end of the world in my opinion. What was that? What fell? Meter. We don't want this meter. Yes, it went there. Okay. Started Doom Eternal. Nice. How are you liking it? I'm gonna fix that to there. Yeah. I need to play Doom Eternal. I haven't played it yet. I've only played the 2016 precursor to it. 3325. Okay. Oh, we need to close that door. Oh yeah, it's really good about hiding stuff in game and making a fun experience out of it. So that's been their shtick for like decades at this point. You wanna go back to like the original Doom, Doom 2, or like old Wolfenstein games. I definitely love 2016. I love the fact that like a call back to the original. Chainsaw kills are super satisfying, 100%. Yeah. Though I think in Doom you also have like a flamethrower on your shoulder. Am I remembering correctly? Me too, Garbage Day. But I think they recreated a lot of what made the original great. And basically undone a lot of the damage I think Doom 3 did. But they try to focus more on like atmospheric horror instead of like the action pack on arcade dumb shit that 1 and 2 were about. Now I'll give 3 credit on being a technological marvel of the day. It was fantastic in that regard. But in terms of a Doom game, I don't think it did a great job at that. And I'm sorry, John Carmack, but you should have put the flashlight on the gun anyways. The fact that that was like one of the first mods that came out for it goes to show that it should have been the thing. Ah, fuck. Alright, anything else here? Oh, I did. More so because, I mean, he doesn't even work for it anymore. He's at Oculus. So, not like he can do anything about that anyways. He also works for Armadillo Aerospace, which has done like a lot of satellite designs, which I think is pretty cool. There was actually like a blog post he did a while back where he essentially lifted code that he wrote from one gyroscopic sensor like subroutine and put it in for like one of the early versions of the Oculus Rifts. Come back to watching ReZero. Nice. Is this like a newer season, or is it like the original season Garbage Day? Because it's an interesting Ikisai. I can't spell that. I can't pronounce that today. The Other World, some genre. I don't know if I'll follow that show. It was good. Ikisai. I cannot. No, my brain's not allowing it tonight. My enunciation's usually shit to begin with, but yeah. Isukai. Yes, thank you, Mira. Anyways, yeah, it was an interesting show. I remember hearing about a season 2, but I never got around to it. Hey, Juliet. How you doing? I don't know what's coming in tonight. That's cool. I don't usually stream on Saturday nights, but it's original. I rewatched the review and wanted to revisit it. Yeah. I watched that at the same time I was watching SAO. Very, very interesting experiences. SAO was okay. I don't think it was bad. I just think I don't think it should have deserved the same accolades it got. How goes the never-ending drive to Mom's house? It's going well. We're slowly approaching 70% of the way there. I'm hoping to see an end to this game at some point. Obviously not tonight, but I love making progress. I love the fact that, you know, it's interesting to see how like the procedural generation happens. Even though like the hills start to screw me over at some point. As a cloud, okay. Let's pull over and sleep off this night. With the engine running, of course. But yeah, the drive is going good. We're making great progress. I keep losing mirrors and sun visors. So we have these side mirrors on right now. That's fair, yeah. I don't know, like, the action scenes were okay. The setting was an interesting world to some degree. You know, Trapped in a Video Game wasn't original, but it was interesting. The character development was kind of weird. Like the main character was always just powerful enough to, you know, face the next challenge without any real downsides. I don't know. There was a tiny bit of transhumanism in there. I think that's where a lot of my forgiveness comes from. It's because I love anything that explores transhumanism to any degree. But it was pretty tiny. I did download the latest updates for Cyberpunk. I haven't explored the mods yet on it. I need to do that, since I think my Bethesda game's gonna be on hold for the foreseeable future anyways. I don't know. I'll make an effort to do that for tomorrow night's stream, so if it goes well and I get a good set of mods potentially for Cyberpunk, maybe we'll start a save of that. We won't be going away from Long Drive. We'll be still doing this, I think, regularly, until we get to Mom's house. But I've been playing only this game on stream for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks now, and I'm craving some diversity. What's his name? Can't write women for ship, otherwise it's good mindless fun. Yeah. The like the femme masculine interaction would just like didn't feel natural. I don't know. That's one of the things I really loved about Clannad, as a show. The characters were still good fun, but like they feel like genuine personalities. And I really appreciated that. The writing was really good too. That's fine. Yeah, you know, there's nothing wrong with like doing a work, seeing like there's room to improve, admitting it, owning up to it, and committing to doing so. Like that's great. That's the process. Another steep ass hill. That is the process. So I'm glad he's owning up to it, he's committing to improve it. So maybe future versions of his shows will be better for it. I know, like, I have Log Horizon on my backlog I need to watch, which I've been told in some ways is a better version of SAO. You know, trapped in a video game kind of thing, but it's more, has a lot more like interpersonal political interactions, which I like at times. I have to be in the right mood for it, if that makes sense. And clearly at this point, over the years, I haven't gotten into that mood yet. At least in that setting. Though, to be fair, at least fair to myself, Isekai I kind of burned out on for a bit. And I just haven't watched any in a long time. Oh, there's a Fury back there. Let's take a look at you. Damn, you're in decent shape. We're not gonna swap to it. I just want to admire it. Oh, that's a good amount of oil. Put that in. There's a sun visor right there. It's that side, okay. I'm just looking here for anything interesting. Yeah. A lot of water, great. I am stuck. Oh. Use. I'm not sure how that's supposed to work. I know there's a computer you can interact with. I just don't know how to interact with it. There are 3 Isekai I watched: ReZero, Time I Got Incarnated in Slime, and Overlord. I haven't watched the last 2. I've heard good things about Slime. There's another one I heard that was okay. Like how to pick up girls in a dungeon or something like that. It was super dumb, but it was okay dumb, if that makes sense. Can I use these instead? Put you down. No. You have heard that one? Yeah, it was okay. I wouldn't say it was like better than any of the other ones, but it did what it set out to do and was entertaining along the way. Ooh, I'll take you. No. Those are the tires. I was hoping for more gas or something, but I don't think I'm shit out of luck on that. Well, sponge is not bad. Good night, Alpaca Dog. Good to have you around. Sleep well. Yeah, I'll see you next time. There was another one I watched that I remember really liking a lot. Good night. What's the one with Aqua in it? Yeah, it's same here, Debug. That's definitely a classic car kind of thing. It's like the Japanese like Subarashi or something like that, but that's not. There's this one like isekai that is really tongue-in-cheek. That makes fun of other isekai tropes. And like the one of the female leads is called, her name is Aqua. She's a goddess of water, but she has no other powers. Hold on. I don't know why this is up. Konosuba, that's what it is. Yeah. That one, it was a lot of fun. Hey, Zaito. You have to... In my opinion, you have to go into an understanding that it's a spoof of other isekais. That's all it is. It spoofs other things. It makes fun of the tropes. And I think it does it really well. I would definitely recommend bumping that on your list if you like a spoof or a good like satire of it. It's that anime to isekais is what Sentai no Ichizen are to slice of life school shows. They both make fun of those genres really well. I need to watch season 2 of Ichizen. That's been out for years, obviously, but yeah, there's like even like one episode in Ichizen where it's like they have a floating apple being like, yep, here's our joke to Death Note. All right, we did it. All right, let's move on. Very like fourth wall breaking. I guess is another good way to put it. Then yeah, you'll definitely like Konosuba. I forgot the name. There's 2 seasons of it. There might be an OVA or a movie, but there's definitely 2 seasons, and very entertaining. The humor is like lowbrow and sophomoric at times, but I just love the fact that they just drain and spoof everything. They do it really well. My only criticism I might have is that it follows a lot of generic anime tropes of like fan service and whatnot, which if you're not into, get kind of tiresome. I zone out around it, so it doesn't really bother me, but I can see it bothering other people. Fair enough, at Garbage Day, fair enough. I think there's a place for lowbrow humor at times, depending on how it's done. Because it could be a piece of a better story. Like one of my favorite examples is 8 Crazy Nights, which is a comedy around holiday films, or you know, holiday TV shows, movie specials, whatever, and adds inclusivity by including the Hebrew people. But also has a lot of lowbrow humor. I lost power. Can y'all still hear me? I may need a raid and run. Yeah, I lost power. I'm on battery right now. And I have about 10 minutes worth. So let me save and raid and run. I'm glad my battery systems are working. That's cool. Didn't expect to test it. UPS is very nice. Yeah, I know you're all out of power. I get it. Thanks for the save too. That's while that's saving, let's look around on Twitch to see who's online to raid to. Yeah, hold on. Well, for the raid, least I can do is raid out to someone fun. Yeah, I know. How about I drop y'all off at Hyphen? He's doing some Fortnite. He's a great person. We like Hyphen. I already got Hyphen pulled up, so we'll raid him. But thank you all for hanging out. I will be live tomorrow, assuming my power's back at 7 p.m. US Eastern. I appreciate y'all hanging out. Take care of yourselves. Be good. Be well. All the socials will pop up. Follow me everywhere. Good night. Good luck. I'll see you next time. Love y'all. Grab your raid calls. Yep, so if you emergency raid again, follow my socials. I'll let you know if anything changes. Be good. Take care. Stay well.